Hey guys, how's it going? Finally gonna do some Shelby content. It's been long overdue, but unfortunately it's not good news. Shelby's been having some issues lately, and I'm just gonna go through the symptoms with it before I tell you what I found out the problem to be. So I just knew that something wasn't quite right with it. Like, it was running fine normally, but if you started to get into the boost a little bit, it would just die. And then so I didn't get too hard into it. I know from experience to just not start hammering on things when things don't seem right. Also, another symptom I found is burning a lot of gas. Like, it was getting 40 liters per 100 in town. So I'll put a little conversion for my American friends on the bottom here, but that's a lot of gas. Even on the highway, like just cruising at 100 kilometers an hour, it was getting like 18 liters per 100, which is more than a pickup truck with a load on it. So that's really bad. Also, another thing that I noticed was there seemed to be a lot of heat coming off the exhaust, more than normal when we got out. So something was getting warm. Couldn't quite figure out what it was until I saw this. Heat exchanger reservoir actually boiled over and had shot a little coolant over here. You can see there's some residue on here. So that basically pinpointed it to my heat exchanger pump stopped working. So I did some more testing after it cooled off. It started the car. Once the fans kicked on, basically the intercooler pump kicked on, I removed the cap, and there'd be no turbulence in the coolant. So there wasn't anything flowing. And also, I would touch the heat exchanger reservoir and it would be warm, but the heat exchanger itself would actually be cold. So there's no coolant circulating through. So yeah, so I'll get the bumper off. I'll show you what I did, and we'll put on a new pump and hopefully it starts working again. Okay guys, so I got the bumper off, and now I'm going to show you the custom routing I did for my heat exchanger pump setup. So like I said earlier, I didn't want the heat exchanger pump to be sitting up here in the upper grill area with an open grill, a 2013 grill. So what I did was I relocated it underneath the driver's side headlight. So here's the pump here. All I did was I had a piece of aluminum sheet metal, so I cut a little piece here, so it extended the pump down. It actually worked out nice because there's a straight shot through the frame here up into the heat exchanger reservoir, and from here it goes down into the heat exchanger. This would sit up under the belly pan, and it's the original pump, so you know, it's 11 years old, so it's time for a new one anyways. Alright, so let's change it out, and hopefully it solves all my problems. Hey guys, so I got the pumps out. Originally this is the new one. It comes with the outlet pointing up, so I just pried the rubber back on the mount and put some silicone lube in it and ended up turning it around so it's pointed down. So it's going to work with my application. And here's a better shot of where the overflow tank overflowed. Sprayed up on the hood. So I'll have to do a nice clean, and it needs one anyways, but yeah. Alright, so that's all back together, very easy. So what I'm going to do now is fill the reservoir with coolant, start up the car, let it warm up, Once the heat exchanger fans kick in, the pump should be pumping. Then we can bleed the system, make sure it actually is pumping, and then we can get the car back together. Hey guys, so I let the car heat cycle for 10 minutes and the heat exchanger coolant reservoir is warm, but not as warm as the coolant tank, so it seems to be working. Now I just got to throw the bumper back on and go for a good rip and see if it keeps working. Alright, so I went for a 15 to 20 kilometer drive last night just to get the air out of the system for the heat exchanger. And it's working good now. You can just see all the turbulence in the container. I'll show you right here. Yeah, see all the coolant sloshing around. Pump's working really good. Should solve my issues now. I did also notice that my fuel mileage went way down, so that's also good. So yeah, hopefully this helps out if someone else's heat exchanger pump blows out. Thanks for watching, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.